Lamar Jackson has let everybody know that he has requested a trade from the Ravens. He has officially requested a trade. He wrote a letter to my fans. I want to first thank you all for the love and support you constantly show towards me. All of you are amazing, and I appreciate you all so much. I want you to know, do not believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions. In regards to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I requested a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that's met me or been around me knows that I love the game of football. And my dream is, continues on, a lot of tweets, to win a Super Bowl. You're all great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to my friends and fans of Baltimore, Flock Nation, and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again. So there you go.
Wow. Interesting time to release that, if I had to be honest. Owners meeting, good timing, a lot of people meeting together. Let me just go ahead and drop this nugget real quick.
Let them know. Yeah. Well, you know what? You definitely have to. You have to get to this point of trying to get the ball rolling on this.
I mean, he's waited 25 days too. Like he, asked for a trade, and clearly Baltimore has seemed like they don't want to do that. And I can't blame him necessarily, but I don't know, man. It doesn't bode well for Baltimore.
I think that it's going to be an interesting thing from them. You have gone this entire thing with waiting this whole game out with him. You never paid him what he wants, and you clearly don't have interest in paying him what he wants. Now you go into this owners meeting, and we have seen at these owners meetings before, Marcos. These owners get a little bit froggy. Yeah, they don't like each other. They get a little. So I think it's a smart play by Lamar because right now it feels very much like you're on the verge of collusion with him, of these owners not wanting to give guaranteed contracts to these quarterbacks. They don't want to pull what the Browns pulled with DeShon Watson. But now somebody gets a little sassy at these meetings, maybe Jim Irsay, maybe Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is always on edge. And by the way, Mac Jones is a bum.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, but he is. For sure. He's a bum. And so, I know it's not usually the Patriots' way to make the big whale splash.
Yeah.
But you get one of these owners that gets a little foggy back and forth, and then all of a sudden, Lamar's like, excellent. And now he's got a move that's going his way because, before it was like, oh, Carolina, no interest. We got the number 1 pick. Like, what? That's kind of crazy. You don't want him?
Yeah.
Other teams are coming out there. No interest in Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, I do think it is smart that at the owners' meetings, you have a situation where Lamar is kind of throwing up a little bit of a signal. Hey, come get me. Let's go. Let's make this happen, baby. Let's get it going. And the other thing is, if he gets traded, it's not necessarily one of those things where I believe they have to give up 2 first-round picks. So, for example, the Dolphins, who aren't trading for Lamar Jackson, I would be stunned if they were. But let's just and we'll get to some of the Dolphin stuff in a second. But instead of a team now having to give up 2 first-round picks and all of that money, now maybe Baltimore can actually work out a deal. They give up 1 first-round pick or a pick and a player or some kind of deal there where Lamar can go to the destination that he wants, work out a contract that he wants, and the compensation doesn't have to be 2 first-round picks, which is obviously a big deterrent for a lot of these teams and maybe not want to. The money is too, don't get me wrong. It's obviously still a ton of money, but as we have seen, you don't have to be in that situation like Denver does, where they gave a ton of money to Russell Wilson and they also gave up a lot of picks. Now you could be in a situation where hey, we gave Lamar Jackson all this money, but it's a much more palatable trade because we didn't have to give up all the assets. So yeah, I do think it's a smart move by Lamar Jackson to get the ball rolling on this stuff. I know people are crazy that this stuff that he doesn't have an agent, it's this deal would be done. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I'm sure that it's got to be tough from the standpoint of he doesn't have anybody to be the filter for him. And that's probably why feelings get hurt the way that they do. He's like, look, you guys clearly don't want me that much. You don't want me that much. So why don't you let me go? Let me go find a deal. Let me get something done. And this is something that's done with other players too, where it's like we saw this with Austin Eckler recently, where the Chargers gave him permission to go request a trade and go see what his value is and see if they can work something out there. But obviously, this is a much bigger scale because the money's a lot bigger. He's a franchise quarterback. He's young. You don't typically let those walk out the door. But also, the Ravens not interested in committing to it. So very interesting. And it's interesting how Lamar's just kind of having this all, put out there and laid out there for everybody. But he's letting people know. He's like, look, there's not only been a trade request, there's been a trade request for basically a month. And now we're going to get to these owners' meetings. It's a little froggy. I don't know.
Man,
now, is this Harbaugh talking now? Because is he talking at these owners' meetings? Is he there? Or is that old stuff? That looks like it's old stuff.
Yeah, I can't trust him.
Yeah, I can't trust him either.
Look at those guys.
Brewski.
Now, unfortunately, this leans into points that I know both you and Leroy have made. You look at other situations, Kyler Murray acted like a baby.
Yep.
Got his money.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson has been as mature about this as you possibly can be.
It's the most mature trade request I've ever heard in my life.
Never, he is doing the opposite.
I love all of you, but they don't like me like that, so I want some money.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you 3 weeks before I even mention anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even during the regular season, he stopped taking questions on his contract situation. Right. It's not like he's been out here complaining on Twitter. Anytime he does go to Twitter, it's usually something cryptic or it's something like he's doing now. And, this is a move that he has to make to add value to him. So I completely get it. I respect it. But it's just, it goes to show you, if you really want your money, make a stink.
Dude, make a stink. All right. That's what it all comes down to. We'll get going and see what's going on. What's what? I don't think any drama really going for the Dolphins. Mike McDaniel apparently did speak this morning.
Oh, nice.
Reading from Barry Jackson. And it says, Mike McDaniel said that he was elated that the Dolphins traded for cornerback Jalen Ramsey. So that's kind of cool. And he was asked about the idea of managing a roster with several stars. And Mike McDaniel's response to that was, quote, I have to be a bigger star than them.
Wow. I like that.
I like that too.
I've heard a lot of good things out of the draft. For example, I heard Penn State or whatever saying a lot of their players.
I know.
Person
that was cool.
Mike McDaniel. Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, he was scouting at Penn State. First of all, I think he went to a sports bar the night before.
Amazing.
And somebody was like, I heard that you were there. You showed up like a legend. And then another one was just saying how funny he is. That's a thing, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
One of the things that is cool about that's going on with the Miami Dolphins right now, there's just a cool factor to them. We get all crazy about this, with this quarterback debate, but you look around and you see all these guys that are like, I kind of like how they play. They obviously play very fast. They have stars. Now we got stars on offense, stars on defense, stars that like to talk on both sides of the football.
Yeah.
And you have a coach who's got a great personality. And it's hilarious. It goes viral all the time, whether it's for clock. Why'd you stop?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. They're gonna go through. He has so many. I'm sorry.
Clock. Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Just love it. I just love it so much.
Actually, we from the pro day, we actually have Mike McDaniel. We have him mic'd up from actually running the pro day 40. Here it is.
Clock. Nice.
Yep.
Love it.
Also, I saw that he gave a quote to, I think it was Tom Pelissero from NFL Network. I think it was to him. I don't know if yeah. And it was he was talking about Tua, and this was Goosey's. All right. If you don't like this, I don't think you like anything.
Check your pulse if you're not fired up.
Check your pulse if you're not fired up. He said with Tua, I can see the hunger that he has this offseason.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Hungry, dude. He is hungry.
I like it.
And you want to know something about Mike McDaniel?
Yes.
Dude loves snacks.
He does. He's actually a big time snack guy.
I'm a big snack time guy.
But I don't feel like when he talks about Tua's hunger, I don't think he's talking about snack time. Okay.
I don't think so.
This isn't just an off season. That's a trip to the vending machine for Tua. All right. This is a 5-course meal that's
Atta
going on
boy.
right now.
Yeah.
This is not just some little hors d'oeuvre going around. All right. Tua's not just out here having pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
All right. He is out here having it from bisque to souffle, dude.
Nice.
All the way through. Little chopped salad, little iceberg salad. All right.
Wow, a lot of courses on this meal.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Just don't order the key lime pie.
Some foie gras.
Oh,
He's got it all going on.
goose
Right?
liver? Is that goose?
That is goose. That's Goosey's liver, dude.
Wow.
That is Goosey's liver. That's what he's got going on right now.
Goosey's galore.
foie gras.
I have to be a bigger star than all of them.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Somehow, though, I feel like if there's anybody who's capable of doing it in the most authentic way possible, it could be Mike McDaniel. Although it's going to be hard to top Tyreek and Jalen Ramsey at practice this year.
He said of working with Vic Fangio, he says, working with Vic has validated everything I thought about when I made the decision to target him as defensive coordinator. I spent 20 hours a week for the last several weeks meeting with the defense. He looks at things a lot like I do on the defensive side of the ball. His devotion to tape, his devotion to coaching, not in absolutes, but through relationships and trying to get the best out of players in every way, shape, or form. They are putting the Fang gang back together, dude. I like some of the moves that they were making while I was on vacation. So Fangio's getting his crew together because you got some McCoachin guys. Although I saw this Trent Sherfield. I don't know. Did you guys talk about this Trent Sherfield?
Yeah, what the hell was that, dude?
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Now, that being said, I understand what he's doing because it's kind of similar to what Tyreek Hill did. But he's Tyreek Hill, dude. You're Trent Sherfield.
It's very true.
You know, mind your P's and Q's when it comes to kissing Josh Allen's ass.
Yep.
All right? Because if you want to really, if we think that he's an elite quarterback, why is the star receiver yelling at him in the biggest game of the year?
It's very true.
Okay? Because have you ever seen a receiver yell at Tua? Like ever?
Nope.
Never.
Not once.
All right. And for that, that's a quarterback that everybody has questions about
For sure.
or doubted coming into the year.
Yep.
Never seen his stars yell at him before. Not even a side eye. Not even a side eye, dude.
Nothing.
And this Trent Sherfield's out here talking about, oh, if you want to be an elite player, you got to be an elite QB. You got to be with an elite QB. All right, dude. Listen, you act like you didn't have your best numbers last year. You did. Yep. And you're acting like you didn't play with two guys who had outstanding seasons. Their best personal seasons at receiver. Record-breaking. Franchise record-breaking. You're acting like you played with Mac Jones last year. Like, well, because he's a bum.
No.
And I just found it a little unbecoming. I understand. Look, it's not Trent Sherfield's fault because we're very sensitive with Tua. I acknowledge. That being said, zip it up, dude.
Could have said it a different way.
He could have said it a different way. He could have said, but you don't want to know something? Good. Enjoy that team over there full of big babies. Stephon Diggs yelling at Josh Allen with Ken Dorsey, who's got anger management issues all of a sudden.
True. He punches.
Ruined a camera.
How dare he?
I just didn't, I didn't care for that last week.
I just think he didn't have to say it that way. You could have mentioned, I'm happy to be with this organization. I'm happy to have an opportunity. And then just move on, man. Just be mature about it. But no, everyone's got to talk about Tua.
Dolphin Kane saying Tyreek did the same just to Mahomes. But here's the thing, Dolphin Kane. Here's the thing. A little different. Same but different. Here's why. One, he's making fun of our guy now, and I don't like that. Second of all, and most importantly, he's Mahomes. Like, I actually found it unbecoming of Patrick Mahomes that he got his feathers ruffled. You're Patrick Mahomes. You're established. You're the real deal. And it's also kind of one of the things where I thought with Josh Allen, like, all right, Trent Sherfield, he doesn't need his feathers fluffed. Okay, he doesn't need your stamp of approval. And to leave a situation in Miami where it's like, oh, they didn't want me. They got Braxton Berrios now, and I'm not going to be using. I don't know. Like, but I'll tell you one thing. Have we heard any of these quotes from Mike Gesicki? Because I feel like that would have gone viral if he called Mac Jones elite. Because I haven't heard any. Have they even has he even talked yet?
I've literally heard nothing.
I think that's just the Patriots way. They're like as few press conferences as possible.
Yeah, but they just have a way of just like absorbing someone's personality and just completely diminishing it. Chad Johnson was over there and didn't say a word for like a season. I don't even know how long he was there. He may still be there, how little anyone speaks in New England. Whatever, though, Gesicki. You and Mac Jones can do the gritty somewhere.
Good luck, Mac.
Wish you the best.
But unless they get like Lamar Jackson, that would kind of worry me.
That would.
You know, I wouldn't like that.
Then, geez, AFC East, can you
I
give me
know,
a
anytime
second,
let's
dude?
go. This is going to be a hell of a division if
Can
that
I get
happens.
a second?
Can't happen, right? Patriots never do anything that splashy. When's the last time when they get Randy Moss? When's the last time they've done? When have the Patriots ever done anything that cool other than win 6 Super Bowls? But when have they done anything that like flashy?
Even
cool?
those Super Bowls weren't cool. It was like a field goal here,
yeah,
field goal
13-3.
Oh,
who liked that Super Bowl?
Yeah,
you know, other than O'Keefe.
Yeah,
nobody. That's who.
No one.
Mike McDaniel said on the deal for Jalen Ramsey. He said, General Manager Chris Greer came to his office. He says, hey, he says, you're going to like the news that I have. We have an opportunity. And he says, all right, not in talking terms, not what we're doing in cause. That would be a cool opportunity. That would be hard to replicate. That's the litmus test. He says, we're willing to trade draft picks. We very much value them. When presented with the opportunity, we jumped on it. To Chris Greer and Brandon Shore's credit, they were able to get a fair deal, and we are elated to have a player of that quality.
This is where I found old dealer Chris.
He was wheeling and dealing, dude. That's got to be a good feeling when you're Chris Greer and you bring that to the coach. You just walk down onto that office. You're like, hey, how'd you like to add Jalen Ramsey to the team? And, you know, Mike McDaniel's going to be like, I would like that very much.
How many times has that happened to him, though?
I guess it's 2 now. It's him and Tyreek Hill. He's had that happen.
For sure.
I guess it probably happened with Chubb, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they say they value draft picks, but it seems very much like they're going in the route of Pat Riley, where it's like, I'm not a draft pick guy.
For sure.
Which maybe is the right way to go. I'm not even saying that's the wrong way to go anymore.
Yeah.
Draft picks, you know? Except once they get this steal from these Penn State dudes, that's what's going to happen. You know? That's what's going on. He's going to start hoarding and getting these great picks because everyone's going to want to come here.
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, don't draft me.
Man. Those people are going to like miss out on well, not necessarily them missing out. Other teams are going to miss out on a few key players they can pick up late because those relationships are going to be established by Mike McDaniel. Just walking in and being a normal guy, dude.
What if Mike McDaniel tells all these guys to flunk their interviews?
Okay. You think he's telling people to sabotage themselves?
Sabotage themselves.
All right,
dude.
come play with us.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if that's the best bet, though. You know, there's only so many roster spots.
Only a couple guys, you know, just, infiltrate a little bit. I'm not talking about like the whole draft. I mean, just a couple gems. Baby.
Can you believe 32 Penn State people didn't write their name on this test?
Why did this guy spell it with a backwards R?
It's very strange.
I don't know if I trust that.
Took an IQ test yesterday.
We'll take a quick break. You guys can get at us on the show through text, through chat. We're celebrating the Canes. If you guys missed the final call or some of the buckets yesterday from Joe Z, we'll bring you that coming on up. Got some cat talk. And
look, I'm gonna say that I was the one that wrote it. Only because I saw how he was acting and how
he was lashing out.
He did.
He was sad. So
Why?
I was just putting the truth out
He
there.
acts like he's so sick of me all the time.
I know, but his only
opportunity. But once you're so used to something like that, you're kind of like craving it all the time. That's what Leroy is.
Dolphin Kane says, did I miss the announcement? You did not. I will get to that shortly. By the way, do we have Heat tickets to give away?
We do indeed have Heat tickets to give away, my friend. We have a pair for the game on April 9th.
So that's the last home game of the season.
Ooh,
against the Magic.
Yeah.
High stakes.
Can't
rule it out. Could be a high stakes game there for the Miami Heat. So okay, we'll give those away next hour. We will give away. That's gonna be busy because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to boots on the ground for that one because I'll be boots on the ground the night before at UFC on April 8th.
Did you mention this is an afternoon game too?
I think it is an afternoon game. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it is. So I don't know, but I am. I cannot wait for UFC, dude. I have the goosies. I can't lie.
Wow, 1 p.m. game. So they're going for UFC.
That's crazy. That's a big turnout because the UFC is going to go. I mean, the fights will end by like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
probably.
Sure. You kick everybody out by like 2. But when you start breaking down, I don't even know. Do you break down with people?
You gotta take off that cage. You gotta get that cage out of there. Then you gotta put the hardwood down. I mean, look, they do this before. You got Andrea Bocelli who does like concerts afterwards there too, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be able to figure it all out. Did you guys see, by the way? Speaking of the Heat, did you guys watch Jimmy Butler's Argentina spring break video or All-Star break video?
Yeah, like his vlog or whatever.
His vlog. Yeah. Did you see that?
I saw something about him trapped or something.
He got trapped in an elevator. He got trapped in the elevator
No.
in
In a foreign
Argentina.
country? Oh,
And I
no.
gotta tell you,
Yeah.
he looked legitimately scared.
Bro,
Felipe! He should have called Felipe for the rescue.
I don't think they could, J-Fig. I don't know what
set it up.
Jimmy Butler is in this elevator. I don't know. Have you ever been stuck in an elevator before?
Not to
No.
this extent.
Let's hope
Not a
never.
sketchy foreign country elevator as
It's
well.
I've been like there was a scary elevator at Palm Beach City place that would always shake, and you always thought it was going to be stuck. But I've never been legitimately stuck on an elevator for a long time, thankfully. I mean, I've thought a couple times this one that gets us up here was going to be, but no, that's never happened to me getting stuck in an elevator. But Jimmy Butler was in this elevator. I think it was at his hotel. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it must have been.
But he looked legitimately like he's like, I'm panicking right now. I'm not happy. I don't do well. At one point, he even takes off his sweatshirt.
Yeah, because there was a few people in there too.
Yeah, it was a packed elevator. Yeah, it was a packed elevator. So you're talking about, and some people don't do well in tight spaces.
Yep, for sure.
But he looked legitimately shook by this video.
Yeah,
of being stuck in an elevator while in Argentina.
Yeah,
I didn't get to the part with Felipe yet, though. I haven't been there.
Felipe.
I don't think it was Felipe's fault, dude. Why don't you trust him?
No, but I'm saying he should have come to his rescue.
Well, it's tough. What do you want him to be, like Superman and pry open the doors?
Absolutely.
Felipe just floating as he opens the doors. Poor thing. Did it mention how long he was actually stuck there?
It didn't mention the exact time,
but long enough for him to take off his sweater. So I can imagine it was too long. I don't know. That's rough. I can't imagine. I get scared enough when I go into an elevator and I see like their paperwork that's always posted there. Like, this elevator is safe. It's always like 2 years expired. And I'm like, am I really gambling with this? But I don't know, man. In Argentina, in a shaky building, I may have taken the stairs.
MM on YouTube says, Tobin, did you see the DeShon Elliot tweet telling Lamar Jackson to come to the Dolphins? I did not see that tweet. The new safety?
What?
DeShon Elliott said that.
What are you doing, DeShon? And you can't even play that off like, oh, you can never have too many quarterbacks. Yeah, you can.
Oh my God, he did. He just straight out tweeted hashtag come to the Dolphins. Hey, DeShon, dude, what are you doing? Like, I know you haven't technically been teammates with Tua yet, but what are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing? That's weird.
That is very weird.
Like,
that's bold. I'll tell you what.
It's bold. How long before you think he deletes it?
I'm just done, my friend.
Probably deleted as
I mean, it's up there for 27 minutes. I feel like that's no man's land. Like, I feel like he's
screenshot it.
Huh.
That's usually the gift.
DeShon Elliott is about to get cut.
I don't know. DeShon. I get it. He has that Baltimore connection. Played with the Ravens, so he probably like has that relationship.
Did he play with them?
Yeah, 2018.
Okay, makes sense.
He was with the Ravens.
Still though. Still
though.
Still though.
Not good.
Still though.
Not a good move.
Don't do that.
Don't.
DeShon, come on, dude. Look, I get it. I told you about this with Deshaun Watson, with Lamar Jackson. If you told me that there was one person I'd be cool with the Dolphins replacing Tua with, like, and I'd have a conversation about it, because I'm a Tua guy, right? All you weirdos out there who, he sucks, never gonna do anything. Fine. Congratulations. You're yelling at Cloud. You're not going to convince me one way or another. I like him. I like him as a quarterback. I'm a root for him. That's just what I'm going to do. Okay? It's okay. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. You can sit there and be mad that he's on the team, or you could root for him. But I think the Dolphins have been pretty clear. They're sticking with the guy. But this Tom Brady nonsense, which, by the way, came back up today with
Why?
One of the McCourty twins, I think it was Devin, went on Chris Long's podcast, and he goes, I think it's gonna, I could always see Miami. And of course they had to talk about it today on Jet Up. But yeah, DeShon Elliott's coming out here and he's saying that. I mean, yeah. If you told me there was somebody, if Tua couldn't be the Dolphins quarterback this year, right? Say he did walk away from football, I would be all in on the Dolphins going to get Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar Jackson. I think he's worth the money. I think he's awesome. Durability questions? Sure. Few quarterbacks don't. I mean, like, Josh Allen's going to have durability questions too, dude. He's the biggest horse and moose in the league. Let me tell you something. That ain't going to last. Guy's running into people willy-nilly. His arm nearly fell off last year. You could be 6'6", 6'7". You take those hits long enough, it ain't gonna he ain't gonna be the same dude all the time, man. That's gonna have a shelf life too. So I would talk to you about Lamar Jackson. I would have a conversation about having Lamar Jackson, but the Dolphins aren't. He's not going to come to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have their quarterback. The coach has his quarterback. He loves his quarterback. He believes in his quarterback. They're not getting Lamar Jackson. And the only reason that it's a conversation about the Dolphins, the only reason is because he's from down here. That's it. And I acknowledge a cool story. It would be a cool story. However, they don't have the assets. They don't really have the money. And they don't really seem to have the interest. So I don't know why this keeps being brought up. And DeShon Elliot, I got to be honest with you. You're on thin ice, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Thin ice.
Easy. That's a one-way ticket to thin ice. I don't know. Look, I get you're trying to support your boy, but you got to read the room, dude. You got to read the room. I'm looking at the tweets, though, to like the responses to see if Dolphin Nation is loyal.
Mm-hmm.
And they are. First response from Omar Kelly. Didn't you get the memo? And then a bunch of other people saying, Tua's our boy. And then you got some people who are already photoshopping Lamar Jackson into
well,
into
I'm sure there's
Dolphins
already
uniform.
well, there's already a lot of those. Listen, he'll delete that tweet.
Hopefully, man. He's on the clock.
It's good for look, it's nice that you have a friend. It's good. He's a good friend. That's a good friend to DeShon. However, Tua's your friend now. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, wait until you get an edible arrangement from Tua. All right.
Wait, but did you see Nick Hicks tweet?
His trainer? Tua's trainer? What did he say?
Oh boy, they coming for you now. Period.
He's right.
And then it says #come to Jesus.
He is right. I mean, look, Tua has a very strong fan base. And he's a very strong fan base on Twitter. So they are going to come for him. But look, DeShon Elliott hasn't been teammates with Tua yet. So, I mean, it's a little less weird. It's not quite like that Vince Beagle character who did that. That being said, you got to be more aware of DeShon Elliott. I hope you're more aware on the field than you are on social media.
I just went through his tweets. A lot of pro-Texas stuff, too.
Oh, really?
A lot of pro-Texas stuff.
Yeah, he was teammates with wasn't he teammates with Brandon Jones?
Let me go. I bet if I go to Brandon Jones' Twitter, he can read the room, though. Now, before I check, Jesus, wait, okay. I don't know, man. Not necessarily making the right moves thus far.
What it is. All right, so he's salty about last night, right?
That's what it is.
Salty about last night. He's salty about Miami. And so
out?
what's he doing? He's going to take it out on Tua.
That's rough.
And be pro Lamar Jackson. I don't like it. I don't like it. And by the way, didn't Tua carve up the Lions last year? Bunch of P's and Q's there, DeShon.
Yep.
By the way, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
I love the comments on this thread.
Yeah. The
wait, but apparently, oh no, okay, sorry. I thought it said this tweet has been deleted for that specific tweet, but no, it's for another one.
I don't know, man. He's on the clock already. Like 30 minutes in, dude. 30 minutes in. Can we call him? Do you have his number?
Who?
DeShon Elliott.
I don't.
Maybe I haven't.
I don't.
Does Leroy have it? Someone has to tell him.
I hope this DeShon Elliott knows. Hey, listen. Hey, dude, it was a long time ago since you guys blew up the Dolphins that week 1 game, all right, when they were tanking.
Get over it.
It's over already, dude. You got to recognize. You got this man Campbell sitting there crying after every game. Now you got a real coach. Fangs. Fangs up. Horns down, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about this.
Nah, man, it's not a good move, especially for a player that just signed.
It's just they're not making the Lamar Jackson move. It's it.
Yeah.
It's I don't understand why we're gonna sit here banging our head against the wall. Look, I'm telling you right now, if I find out Lamar Jackson is going to the Patriots, I'm gonna be a little scared.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think Lamar Jackson's really good.
DeShon has tweeted again.
I get it. DeShon Elliott?
Yes.
What has he said?
Apparently he's received a lot of backlash. And his response is LMAO. Hey, it's just Twitter. Calm down.
Did he really tweet that?
He really tweeted that 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you want to know what else he did? He deleted the tweet.
Did he?
Yup.
Wow, so I did
Coward!
the correct one.
Hey,
Wow, he did.
It is gone.
I think DeShon Elliot was listening to our show.
Yeah, he
He
was.
goes, I think I messed up. Hey, listen, DeShon, if we can officially welcome you to Miami with damage is done, my friend. Sorry, dude. Listen, we all saw that tweet.
Damage is done, my friend.
Did we screenshot it? I was trying to screenshot.
Oh, somebody screenshotted
I
it,
gotta go
dude.
back.
Trust me, listen. Who do you think got a hold of him? You think it was Mike McDaniel? He goes, hey man, it's me. Look, he's not coming to the Dolphins. All right. You're gonna love Tua.
Yeah.
And then you think Tua gets in on the FaceTime and he goes, hey, daddy loves you guys.
Such a nice guy.
He is.
Look, the tweets are just piling in right now, and I'm loving the Tua support.
Damage is done, my friend. Wow, we saw that in real time, dude.
That was amazing.
All that in real
We
time.
saw somebody.
Daddy loves you guys.
Like you think
It's
he got
back.
off you think that he got off the elliptical and was like, oh boy, what happened on my phone?
Yeah,
It
he
melted.
He took a shower. He came back and he's like, "What the hell just happened?"
Final hour of the show. Oh, I'll get to the announcement next segment. I
Oh.
apologize. We got to get to the announcement next segment. We got
Come
kind of deterred
on.
with this whole DeShon Elliott